Hi everyone, this is CoinsKid. Going to dive into Vechain once again. Thank you for your support, really do appreciate it. Okay, thank you very much for the support across the channel here. You know, sharing is caring. I really do appreciate the warm feedback that we get across the channel, and it's really warmly received. Thank you for your really nice comments and your contribution towards the channel. So right now, I'm sorry the Vechain's a little bit late today. I've just got my new PC and I've just been setting it up since I made the earlier video, so I thought I'd jump on and do the Vechain one. So what I want to do here, Vechain obviously is having a little bit of a correction at the moment. It's rolling back to key levels of support. It's having a beautiful retracement. Now this particular retracement it's going through may be your last entry point here for Vechain before it absolutely takes off, okay? Because I'm just going to analyze the RSI for a moment, okay? So you know that this is wave 1 high. What I'll do, I'll just draw this on here, okay? So you've got this wave 1 high, this wave 2 pullback, this wave 3 high, and now we're going through this wave 4 pullback before we get that fifth wave up to wherever, you know, wherever we get to in the bull run. So right now this is what we're anticipating. When we had the blow off top here and we came back down, I said to you, you know, as long as we can come down and adhere to this trend line, this may be a fantastic entry point for Vechain. Now what I want to do is analyze these waves down, okay? So I'm just going to hide this for a second so I can show you. So this corrective wave 2, look, this is your wave 2 down. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves down to the bottom, okay? And then you've got a little bit of a pickup, a little bit of a drawback, and then continuation of the third wave. Now right now, through this wave 4 correction, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves down. We're having a wave up, and we're having a little bit of a pullback. And, you know, potentially you're looking at something like this relatively soon, just based off these waves on the RSI, you know. So potentially, are we having a little drawback right here? We're having a little retracement. And then if you look at this wave 2, when this bottomed out just there, okay, so 7 waves down, like I said to you the other day, you had a little bit of a drawback just there, look. And then after that little drawback, that little retracement that we went through, a wave down basically for Vechain, we absolutely exploded and took off through the EMAs. So are we going to go through something very similar here for Vechain, where we're under level of resistance, okay, we've fallen under the trend line just like we did here, this level of support, carried out a correction, just there, carried out a correction, and you can see right now this particular trend line is a key level of resistance. This is a W bottom trend line that we're targeting, okay? Now, are we going to come down, have a small little retracement, which again is perfectly healthy, bounce off a key level of support and absolutely bust the move out of here? Because the similarities between this wave 2 pullback right here, okay, and this wave 4 pullback that we're anticipating is unbelievable. It's uncanny, okay? It's even the same length, I think. Oh, let's just have a quick look and measure the length. I don't know if I've done that with you. I don't even know if I've done it with myself, to be honest with you. We're going to take a look. Let's have a look, see how deep this correction was and how deep the previous correction was. So from there down to there was, where's a low just there, 78%. Let's take a look at this wave 2 correction just here for Vechain as a thought experiment. Let's have a look. So it was down there. It was not as much, to be honest with you. This has been a heinous correction. It's been a really big correction because obviously this third wave was completely overextended, and this is why we've come down and found support on a 55 EMA. This is why these are so important, these EMAs, okay? Like I said to you, bring them into your charts. So this correction is a lot larger than this wave 2 correction, okay, which is, you know, it can happen. The wave 4 correction can be as large as a wave 2 correction right there. And obviously you're equally aware that this wave 5 that we're anticipating can also be the same length as wave 3. So as a thought experiment, let's just lay down another thought experiment here for Vechain. Potentially right now we're bottomed out down here, and we're going to have a new third wave, a fifth wave. Let's say it's the same length as the third wave, right there where we top out. Look at that, it sends us up there towards $2.38. Now I'm not saying it will be that, okay, because obviously we've got to break up first and we've got to break the key levels of resistance, but so far so good. You know, the structural support of Vechain is intact. We are holding the key level of support. We're having a little retracement right now to a key level of support. If we can break this level of resistance, it's looking extremely good for Vechain, and you're going to see some beautiful impulsive waves up, and the party is going to get started again for Vechain. So this is a wave 3, basically. If we go through the similar sort of length wave as 3, which can happen in these bull runs, or we get overextended, have that parabolic mania top, which we're anticipating here in the channel as well, then potentially, you know, this is where are we? The end of the year, perhaps? You know, who knows? No one's got a crystal ball. That we may end up here for Vechain, but so far so good. It's looking relatively strong for continuation. So what I'm going to do is jump in onto the 4-hourly chart and see if we can see anything, okay? So just looking at Vechain on the 4-hourly time frame, you've carried out a little bit of a rollover here, okay? There is I don't know if I put this in this video. Honestly, I'm losing track of the days at the minute. But this is a little breakout just here. I think the target's been met just here. Okay, we'll take a look at this. So you've got this little horizontal. Was it this or Cardano? I honestly don't know. I forget. But anyway, you've got a little breakout just here, and I think from there to there. Let's have a look at this. Well, I've got to sort my mouse out. It's bugging me. You can see you broke out this horizontal, you've came up, you've met the target right now, and you're retracing to key level support. It's actually quite bullish for Vechain. You're holding a 55 just here, which is really good on a 4-hourly time frame. Now, if you do start to roll over here, okay, potentially you're having a beautiful little retracement. We're going to zoom out in a minute, but there is a bit of a bearish divergence that is played out just here for Vechain. Okay, I'm going to leave that in there so I can see that. There is a bit of a bearish divergence just here that's played out at the moment for Vechain. Look, so you in this price action you've got a high and then a higher high, and in the RSI you've got a high and a lower high. So that's played out, little bearish divergence that's called. Okay, so you rolled over, you're carrying out that right now, and you've came down to a lower low in the RSI. Potentially, you know, with that coming down there, you've got a hidden bullish divergence on the cards right now, because look, in the price action here you've actually got a low and then a higher low, and then in the RSI here you've got a low and a lower low. So that's actually a hidden bullish divergence just there. So potentially, you know, you're going to pump here, and there is you might not fall any lower than this particular trend line just there, okay, because you know you're adhering to a key level of structural support just here, the 55 EMA, and also you've got a hidden bullish divergence, which is, you know, potentially playing out just there. So what you do need to see here for Vechain, and if you did get a nice little pump here and broke this level of resistance, I would imagine that this RSI would come up here and invalidate a further bearish divergence playing out. Okay, do you see that? So yeah, you've got a hidden bullish divergence which is formed just there, that low there. Okay, that's a low and a higher low. Okay, and then here you've got a low and a lower low in the RSI. That's called a hidden bullish divergence. So basically, you know, this could be the floor here for Vechain, and you might see a pump here and break these EMAs, come back up and break this level of resistance, because like I said to you, if you break this level of resistance just there, okay, let's put it on the daily to be more precise here for Vechain. This is a major key level of resistance that you do need to see Vechain broken. Okay, let's get this. My mouse is doing my head in. I'm going to have to sort it out. I do apologise. Put that target in just there. I think I've already given you this before, because this is the resistance of this WW bottom. Okay, look at this V-shaped recovery right there for Vechain. That's relatively strong, that is. So yeah, if you come back up right now and you break this level of resistance, you're looking at getting the party started here for Vechain. The stock RSI in the daily is a little bit overextended, so this is why you rolled a little bit. So potentially roll just a little bit more, come back up, break this level of resistance, carry out that hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame just there, get a bit of pump up, at least tackle this resistance zone just there, because if we break through that, beautiful here for Vechain. Okay, now look at the stock RSI, that's in the floor, you're forming a bullish cross, so your wave, look at your waves that potentially can come into play here. I'm not going to call it, but you could see a lovely little pump here for Vechain from this level here where you've bottomed out. Potentially a little 8 to 9% pump, and obviously if you break that, you've got that extension up there. The technical target of this W bottom straight off the bat is from there, okay, from that low to there, and you break that level of resistance. I've got to sort my mouse out, from there to there. If you break that level of resistance, you're looking at a mega pump here up to 12 cents, and that would be a continuation from that level of break of resistance right there. Move this down so you can see it. You could be looking at a potential 37% pump. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, it's all about this level of resistance right here, okay, that Vechain's under. I mean, failing that, if you was to see a roll here, I want to reassure you that it is still relatively healthy, because as long as you can come down to a key level of support and come back up like this, look, you would be forming a very bullish pattern here, an ascending triangle, okay, which is bullish, because you're making these higher lows just there. You're creating this high-low structure where eventually you break out this level of resistance. It's all about this level of resistance for Vechain, okay? Break, where am I gone now? Don't know what I've done, but break that level of resistance just there for Vechain, and it's golden. Take care, everyone. I've got to sort my mouse out. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.